Ryan Galloway for LowKickMMA here with UFC Bantamweight Martin Day ahead of his fight with Davey Grant at UFC 251. Thanks for joining me, Martin. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. Firstly, I just wanted to find out, how was your experience getting to Fight Island or your travel from Hawaii? Obviously, it's quite a big distance from there to Abu Dhabi. So how did that all go and what was that like?
It was good. So first we went to Vegas and we did our first round of COVID testing over there. Uh, we stayed there for about a day and a half, almost 2 days, and then we hopped on a real good flight from a charter flight from Vegas down here to Yas Island. That was a great experience. Super good being able to have such a long flight. It was about 15 hours, and UFC got us in there. A real great flight, first class, and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was a real good experience. And then we showed up over here, and so far being here, we've had another 2 tests. So a lot of COVID testings. Good to make sure everyone is being safe and all that.
Absolutely. And how are you finding that, having the swab tests every time? What's that like?
It's not too bad. It's just it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it just goes by pretty quick. They seem to be pretty good at it. So yeah, not bad at all.
Awesome, awesome. And so right now, are you guys isolated to your hotel rooms, or are you allowed to go out and train where they have set up training facilities, or is it still, because I believe when you land, they have to isolate you in a hotel. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're a little bit when we're doing a 48-hour maximum isolation right now in our rooms. We're doing what we can, getting in our rooms. They're really taking good care of us as far as our room service, food we need. UFC's taking care of all that, so that's awesome. But yeah, right now we're in a small quarantine, which is going to be done soon, and then we'll be able to use the gym and the training facilities and kind of go in certain parts of the island as far as I understand as well.
Awesome, awesome. And so what I wanted to ask you was about your camp leading up to this fight. I know Hawaii did have quite a lot of restrictions for gyms and whatnot. So were you able to have like a normal-ish camp? Or I know Max Holloway spoke about not being able to train in his gym. Did you face stuff like that? How was the training for you?
Yeah, training was challenging, especially at first when the quarantine and the lockdown in Hawaii first happened. Gyms were absolutely closed. Only the essential businesses were open, like grocery stores and things like that. So at first in the training, we had to get pretty creative with it. A lot of outside stuff, a lot of road work, stuff at home, just kind of doing what you can. But if you want it bad enough, you're gonna find a way to get it done. You're not gonna find an excuse. So that's what I decided to do. And for me, I'm always in good shape year round, whether I'm in camp or not. The only difference is when a camp, when there's an opponent sign, it's just a face to your training. That's it. I'm just training for a specific style. But besides that, I'm constantly training, to better myself.
Awesome, awesome. And so I know before this fight, you did have a bit of a layoff between fights due to injuries and whatnot. How are you feeling going into this fight physically? Are you all healed up and ready to go for this one?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling better than ever going into this one. Feeling great, feeling firing all cylinders. Um, my injuries are completely gone. My body's 100%, and I can't wait to get in there and mix it up.
Awesome. So your opponent for this one, Davey Grant, I just wanted to get your thoughts on him and as a fighter in general, and how you see the matchup going down.
For me, I think it's a real good matchup stylistically. If you look at his record, it's pretty plain to see that he's more of a ground guy, but he does like to mix it up on the feet as well. I do believe I have a significant striking advantage, and I think it'll be wise of him to want to take to the ground. It'll be tough for him to do that. He'll be unsuccessful in that. He'll definitely be trying to tie me up, push me on the fence. But yeah, I like to go out there and I like to strike. I strike a distance, put on a show. Throw some kicks, throw some exciting stuff. So that's my style. That's what I like to do, and that's what I'll be able to do July 11th.
Is there anything specific about his skill set that you are specifically looking for and being cautious about going into this? Is there anything you see that he does particularly well that you're watching out for?
Uh, nah, not really in particular. He's got some skills on the ground definitely, and of course on the feet too. Everyone at this level poses some kind of danger. Everyone at this level is the best guys in the world, so we got to kind of look out for everything. But I'm just more concerned about, not even concerned, but I'm just more interested in what I'm going to do out there, and imposing my will. So that's my main thing.
Okay, so I'll follow on that. How do you think the fight finishes? Do you think it'll go to a decision, or are you planning to finish him?
I plan to take it out of the judge's hands. I plan to finish him. Yeah, no way I want to leave any more fights in the judge's hands.
Absolutely, and obviously beating someone like Davey Grant, who's been in there, he's had quite a few UFC fights now, and beaten some bigger names like Chito Vera is one of them. If you get the win over Grant, where do you see yourself next? Do you have an opponent in mind, or is that something you're not worried about?
No, not at all. I don't usually worry about that, especially right now at this point in my career. I'm not in a position to worry about anything like that. So at this point, I'm just looking for this fight, July 11th, and when I beat Davey Grant, I will. It'll be a good win for me because, like you said, he's got a little bit more experience than me in the UFC. Beat some good guys, so it'll look good on my resume.
For sure. And so on the same card on UFC 251, you have the title fight for your division between Jose Aldo and Piotr Jan. How do you see that going, and who are you picking in that one?
Man, that's such a tough one to pick. People have always been asking me that one, but I've always been a fan of Aldo. He's like a legend of the sport. I think I see him. I think I see him being able to do the job in that one.
And you think he gets a finish, or do you think it'll go to the judges?
I think he'll be able to. I think honestly, I'd like to see him get a finish. That'd be great, but I think it'll go to the judges on this one.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you taking time to speak to me, and best of luck this weekend.
Right on, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem.